Trump plans to designate anti-fascist Antifa movement a terrorist group. United States President Donald Trump has announced plans to designate the left-wing activist group Antifa a terrorist organization. Posting on his Truth Social platform late on Wednesday, Trump described the group as a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as well as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Trump said. It was unclear who or what exactly the U.S. president plans to designate, with Antifa, short for anti-fascists, being a loosely organized band of activists opposed to right-wing ideology that lacks a distinct leader, structure, or membership list. Trump's announcement on Antifa followed after senior White House officials said on Monday that they would dismantle a vast domestic terror movement fomented by left-wing activists and which, they claim, had resulted in the recent assassination of right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk. Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, said the Trump administration is going to channel all of the anger that we have over the organized campaign that led to this assassination to uproot and dismantle these terrorist networks. Critics say the Trump administration is using the killing of Kirk as a pretext to target political opponents in the U.S. Investigators have yet to provide a motive for Kirk's killing, which authorities allege was carried out by 22-year-old Utah native Tyler Robinson. But many on the right of the political divide have blamed leftist ideology for the assassination. Antifa seized upon a movement of legitimate grievances to promote violence and anarchy, working against justice for all. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy said after Trump's announcement, "The president is right to recognize the destructive role of Antifa by designating them domestic terrorists," Cassidy said. During his first term, Trump also threatened to designate Antifa a terrorist organization in the wake of widespread protests across the U.S. in response to the killing of unarmed black man George Floyd in May 2020. Trump sought to place blame on Antifa activists for acts of domestic terrorism, as he accused them of instigating and leading heated and sometimes violent protests. Legal scholars and analysts said at the time that Trump had no legal authority to declare such a designation on a domestic group in the U.S. the same way Washington does with foreign entities. Mary McCord, a former senior Department of Justice official, told Al Jazeera during Trump's first term that there was no mechanism for designating domestic organizations as terrorist organizations, and Trump's attempts to designate Antifa would raise significant First Amendment concerns. These legal limitations remain a factor today, and critics have also raised questions as to how a terrorism designation would be enforced and handled, given the amorphous nature of Antifa supporters.